let's talk a little bit about Hour 1000, shall we? As you can see, I was reading. I'm reading Solo Leveling in Espanol. But just want to talk about Hour 1000. I'm here. I got there a couple days ago. I'm at 1,000 hours and 1,020 hours. Sorry. I guess the first thing we talk about is how I started my speaking classes with my teachers, the world across teachers. I've had 6 classes so far. I did start a little earlier than 1,000 hours. I'm not gonna lie. I became a little impatient. So I've had 6 full classes with them. Still figuring them out. All of them seem pretty nice. I tend to lean towards talking to younger crowds more than anything, only because it's more relatable, easier to talk to. I don't feel as uncomfortable versus if I talk to an older generation. Just a preference thing. After today's class, my 6th class with my coach, I discovered I am about an A2 as far as my level. That includes my understanding level. The biggest problem I have, I would say I'm intermediate when it comes to the amount of vocabulary I have and I understand and can listen to and process and things like that. When it comes to actually reciprocating the information, obviously I'm a beginner. I haven't been speaking this whole time. So I'm not surprised by it. I'm not discouraged. I like that I have a gauge. You know, the A2 level is cool for me. It lets me know that and I'm on the lower end of A2, meaning it's just mastering the seer and the estad. And like she said, you have a lot of grammar, but we need the conjugatives, or the connectors to make the words make sense. I said, okay, that makes sense. And that's what I feel anyway. When it comes to speaking, I have the words, I just don't have the connectors, the right connectors, and when to use them. Man, there's a lot to talk about, but there's not that much to talk about. There is a huge jump between 600 and 1,000 hours, I believe. One thing that I would, if I could start over and tell myself 1,000 hours previous, don't be too excited for 1,000 hours. Because not that it's a bad thing and not that you're not making progress. Again, empecé aprendiendo español hace 5 meses, más o menos. Y estoy buscando otro maneras o formas de aprender o hablar español mejor. But that's the point. Like, I can say certain phrases. I can speak a bit, but the idea of being fluent by this point, no. I don't feel close to that. And I maybe it was the excitement. I would watch other videos and they say, yeah, I don't feel ready. But I've seen other videos that, man, they do seem that they're ready. And I'm just going to tell you, you're not going to be ready at 1,000 hours. 1,000 hours, I'm not buying it. The ability to think solely in Spanish, again, doesn't work for me yet. I've also read that if you weren't paying attention to every little thing early on, it might not click for you early, So I'll wait another 100 hours or so, 200 hours, see where I'm at. By January, I'll know where I'm at. But as far as fully thinking in Spanish, there was something that Pablo said a long time ago. He said, you're going to speak when you're ready. And I do believe that when you're ready and you have enough words to make sentences, you will speak. When you're not ready and you don't have it, then you don't have it. And it's okay. I think by 1,500 hours, which I'll be at about 2.5 months, I will have a different story. I believe I'll be a lot more fluent. Hopefully, I will be at the B2 level, and that's with the combined. That's with the combined worlds across plus another 500 hours of listening. But realistically, I think I'll be at B1, and I don't think I'll be at B2 until about 2,000 hours. Now, if I do the math on that, that is about another 5 months of auditory listening. Now, at the end of all that, I think I'll be at a really good spot. That'll be about 10 months total of learning Spanish. Because I'm rushing in. I'm doing 6 hours plus a day. Sometimes I'm doing 10 hours. Sometimes I'm doing 4 hours. Just depends. But I'm averaging about 6.5. And I think a realistic goal to be where I want to be at is about 2,000 hours. And I'm going to keep going to about 3,000 hours. I should be that about a year and a half or a year. But with all that being, I'm only saying that to say 2 months ago, I just wish to understand. I remember I always tell myself, I just want to understand what's being said. And, with context clues and be able to differentiate the sounds. I'm there. I'm watching TV in Spanish all the time, so I'm accomplishing what I thought I could accomplish. So with that being the case, I do think the roadmap is accurate in that instance. As far as speaking goes, like I look at it, it says by level 6, which is 1,000 hours, you'll be comfortable with daily conversation. Yes, listening, not speaking. That's the biggest difference. And I think if I put that in perspective, it's a lot easier to kind of accept that. Aside from that, I do think this has been a great program. I think I wouldn't have wanted to learn any other way, especially with my lifestyle. There would have been no other way for me to learn this efficiently by doing so little, which is just switching the time you would have spent doing something else with just listening instead. And, now I've been able to get to a point mentally where I can accept other tasks outside of just doing Spanish. So instead of just sitting, listening, or watching videos, I can actually work out now. I can get my mind on other things other than just thinking about Spanish and still get my 6 hours accomplished. Again, 6 hours is not for everybody. I don't recommend it for everybody. But if you can do it, like for me, I have an early schedule. I get a 4 in the morning to 5 in the morning for work. You have the time to do it, do it. If you don't do it. I get it. One thing I would say is Walter Cross is cool. Again, we only have like 6 hours of total speaking. It's rough. Speaking is rough. However, I want to end on a good note. Reading is fun. Reading is becoming fun, and I was struggling with trying to read because I didn't know what to read. And I talked to one of my Walter Cross teachers, and she let me know on the website where they have the same anime I used to watch in English, just in Spanish. I was always looking for it, could not find it. So now I read anime, and that makes it so much easier than reading these childish books. I can't do it. I just can't. So I'm learning so much just by reading, and I will say I wish I found it earlier because I'm learning so much by just reading, so much. So I think with the reading incorporated as well, I could be at a B2 level in 2.5 months. That's my hope. I hope I can have regular conversations fluently without having to translate and just flow in 2.5 months. That's my goal. I'll let y'all know how it's going next month, if I'm on track or not, but I think it's possible. And yeah. So anyone that finds this videos, again, I don't make it for everybody. That's why I don't post it on the Dreaming Spanish thread. It's really for me and anybody that follows after and is wanting to do this the same way I did. Don't give up. It's worth it. It's tiring. It's frustrating. It's vexing, but it's working. And I will say that with full confidence, it's working. So it's worth it. That being said, shalom.